Fulton County Judge Ural Glanville is being questioned for alleged corruption in the YSL RICO trial of Young Thug. Now, just months ago, Judge Glanville, he forced a witness to answer questions in this case. And while this is normal in court, the witness here had actually already answered the question. In fact, he's answered it multiple times. But it seems as if this was one of the signs that there was something that was going on behind the scenes. Now, as you guys may know, District Attorney Fani Willis's team, they were allegedly to have worked with the court to intimidate a witness that previously said that he wasn't going to testify in this trial. However, after this secret conversation that they try to keep under wraps that the defense attorney, Brian Steele, discovered, he actually changed his mind. Now, I want you guys to notice how agitated this witness is, all right? I want you guys to pay attention. I'm going to share this clip with you guys. And remember what the defense team is saying about the prosecution, about how they're intimidating witnesses to say whatever it is that they want them to say. Okay. And if they don't do it, they would be held indefinitely, basically jailing them for not saying what the prosecution wants them to say. Now, the witness on the stand here is Adrian Bean, the alleged getaway driver in the 2013 armed robbery incident that supposedly involved musician Young Thug. So here he is being asked if he remembers events from back in 2013. Now, before I share this clip with you guys, all I ask is that you take a second, hit the like button for the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel and share this video. All right, take a listen.
Basically, y'all keep asking me, do I recall this and recall that, remember this from 2013? I don't remember that from 2013. I keep telling y'all that. That has been my statement since I got here. Your Honor, I've been telling y'all, people constantly hit me with this, keep constantly asking me this and that and third about what's going on in 2013 or whatever. I don't remember. I don't know nothing about 2013. All I can tell you is, y'all got my name on a recorder, my phone number on a recorder. These people threatening me. They calling my phone. Your Honor, I done lost my job. I got a lot going on behind this here. I put all this behind me, sir. Everything that had going on with me, I put everything behind me and kept moving on about my life, sir. Your Honor, I can't continue to keep going on like this. I don't remember nothing from 2013, sir.
Mr. Bean, you have to answer the questions, okay?
I constantly keep telling them and constantly keep telling y'all I don't remember nothing from 2013.
I'm going to ask you because I have to lay a foundation. Do you remember telling Detective Quinn on September 17, 2013 on recording that you add a little more hype when you speak with your wife and them from the jail, that you lied to them?
I remember y'all trying to assassinate me right now in 2024. That's what I remember. That's what I remember. All this going on right here on this, got me up on this stand, talking about this and that third, all this extra stuff that's going on. Your Honor, am I on trial, Your Honor?
Sir, you just have to answer the questions, unfortunately, at this point in time, okay? That's all I can tell you.
Am I on trial?
No, sir, you're not on trial. But you have been properly summoned here as a witness, and you're subject to examination until I release you.
I never consent to do none of this, sir. I ain't signed nothing. My name ain't on nothing. They come get me. Y'all don't threaten to lock me up. Hey, I got a family too. I mean, come on, I done told y'all I don't remember that from 2013.
Now, I got to reiterate, guys, that this crime, it happened back in 2013. That's more than a decade ago, okay? So it's kind of hard to convince ourselves that this guy still remembers every little detail about what happened that day, right? And notice how he said that he was threatened to be locked up. This has some analysts kind of going back to this footage, and they're matching it with what the judge and the prosecution team did with Kenneth Copeland. Now, Kenneth Copeland, also known as Lil Woody, previously said that he wasn't going to testify. But after almost, 2 hours of ex-parte conversation with the prosecution team and the judge, I think it was like 14 people involved in that whole secret meeting, all of a sudden he changed his mind. Like, what did they do to that guy behind closed doors? Now, we only know about the secret meeting because it was divulged to the defense team, and they were not supposed to know about it, which means that the very same thing may have actually happened to Adrian Bean. And you can see, and you can also hear it very clearly with this man. He's not here on his own free will, which could also mean that the prosecution, along with the court, are intimidating witnesses. And it explains why Judge Glanville was just so irate and pissed off and literally just jumping up and down in the courtroom mad at Brian Steele, because they may have actually been doing this to even more witnesses. Who knows what's going on in Fulton County? They could even be doing this to other cases, guys. This could be widespread level of corruption here, which has led a lot of critics to ask if any of Judge Glanville's cases have been fair. You gotta wonder, right? I mean, some even suggest that investigation should be done and that DA Fani Willis should cooperate if this were to happen, because there's a lot of talk that's going on that says that something fishy is going on here, guys, and that the DA's office has a lot to do with it, which now brings me to a previous time when Mr. Bean was called up to the stand. Now, he looked very different in this hearing than what had happened earlier this year. In fact, his eyes looked as if he was ready for sleep, like ready to just kind of like knock out and take a nap. He also didn't seem to be of sound mind, because it kind of looked like, he's going through the motions. After being asked a question, he proceeded to ask for water. He was parched, low, almost cottonmouth, so to speak. And then he said the most insane thing that I've heard in a courtroom. He admitted that he was so high. He said he was high in a mug. He said he was so high that he was about to fall asleep in court. Now, only other person I can think of that was anywhere near as high as it seemed like he was Snoop Doggy Dogg. But this means that this guy, he's basically telling it like it is, because he even admitted to being high inside the courtroom with the judge there. Now, he also shared something that lawyers in his case should remember, primarily the prosecution team. He has admitted that he's taken Molly, which is a party drug. I don't know if you guys might be familiar with Molly, but 2 Chainz, he educated the world with this particular drug. But anyway, one that has actually affected his memory. This drug actually affects his memory. So Bean was released from prison back in 2017, but before that, he was very much so into this drug. He admitted that it caused a lot of problems for him and his family. But after he quit and kind of got his life back together, he remembers very little from his previous life. And yet the judge keeps kind of pushing him to answer questions that he has already admitted he doesn't know the answer to. Bean has outright told the judge that he can't remember, but all the judge keeps saying is that, hey, he can't excuse him, or at least not until he answers the questions that are being asked, right? Now, some folks are suggesting that they're just pushing him to testify against the defendant. Only then will he be left alone by the prosecution and by the court. But it's not like the damage hasn't been done, because they've essentially released this man's personal phone number to the public. And it's why he's been getting death threats from people that he doesn't even know. The prosecution team released this information, and it's probably them that's threatening him and about going back to prison if he doesn't testify, which is made very clear when the DA's office blocked any attempts to question this witness about prior conversations that he's had with law enforcement. They consistently, just constantly pushed back and objected to the defense's cross-examination. And the judge in this hearing, Judge Glanville, he was on fire because he just kept pushing the defense to change their question and most times just sustain their questions. Now, at this point, do any of you guys actually believe that this is a fair trial? I mean, Brian Steele, one of the defense attorneys, has already filed a motion to have the judge removed, a motion that the judge himself ultimately rejected. Now, although this trial isn't helping improve the credibility of Fulton County's justice system, it's actually doing the complete opposite. Now, I got a previous video where I dive deep into the lies that the prosecution has allegedly said in this trial, which pretty much only makes the DA's office look that much worse. So make sure you guys check that video out right after this one. I'll leave a link for that one in the description down below this video. Probably put up an end screen card so you can click on that, but make sure to check that video out after this one. If you haven't already, please take a second, hit the like button for the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.